Hey guys, Mike here with the watch list video for Tuesday, August 6th. Real quick, the SPY, the Dow was down over 1,000 at the close, NASDAQ over 500, almost 600, but at one point I think the NASDAQ was down 1,000, which I've never seen ever in my trading career. So it was a pretty crazy morning. A little peeved at myself for not, I've been waiting for NVIDIA below 100, and then I could have had it in the low 90s. Buying it at the open. I just couldn't get myself to do it, but I missed a huge opportunity there. Still found, I actually made one call today in chat, so if y'all were there, you saw it. I took a screenshot and I actually made a video detailing the entry and the reason, so I won't go into it here and take up this video. This is just for the watch list, but there's my post, and then you can see the stat catalyst. So watch the video if you get a chance. It's on my YouTube channel. Also tweeted it. But anyway, so big gap down, but we did close above the open. So a lot of macro stuff going on in the world. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Let me slide this over for new faces in the chat room. If you're new, pause the video if you've never read this and please read it. It's a good explanation of what we're all about. And then with that said, also I want to give Albert L a hat tip for INDO. INDO, which is usually a squinky trader, actually had a pretty nice pop today. And let me get extended hours off here. Albert gave an idea over 250, which basically triggered right where my cursor is. And man, it was off to the races from there. So that was a great post. I like to give hat tips when I remember to do it. All right, so let's go into what we are going to have on our watch list for hopefully some day trades tomorrow. I'm going to put NVIDIA on watch. It gapped down and closed pretty strong, but I kind of feel like I missed the best opportunity. INDO is going to go back on watch. That's an oil play. It's sort of traders playing it on Middle East turmoil. So, think of that what you will, but we'll see. Oil itself really isn't that strong, so we'll see what happens. DoorDash had the gap up on earnings on Friday, gap down, and then what a big rip. So, I mean, it certainly extended in the short term, but goes on watch. You'll see a few stocks like that. SGMO is just kind of chopping sideways now, but I still think it's an interesting story and a decent looking chart, so it goes back on watch. BCRX, pretty nice pop today on good volume, so I'm going to watch that one. My favorite tomorrow, but I hate to say this because it's gapping, right? It's running in after hours. I would have had this on bounce watch anyway because it's a recent high flyer with a couple red days down. Would have loved this as a bounce play. But then they came out with a nice sounding headline in after hours and it ran to 409. As I'm talking to you, it's trading at 395, so it's holding up really well. That takes some of the mustard out of a potential move if it's going to gap up big tomorrow. But anyway, most interesting one to me right now. ZVRA, strong stock in a weak tape, goes on watch. CVLT, ripped here, probably on earnings, and then 4 days in a row down, but found some support today. That one could continue back up tomorrow, especially if the market finds some footing, right? EXAS continues to hold up well in a weak environment, so that one goes on long watch. WFC is Wells Fargo, gap down today, put in a green candle. Maybe it continues today's bounce tomorrow. Kind of the same thing with Groupon, GRPN, CCL, same thing. Interesting with CCL is that it gapped down to an area of support, so that bounce could continue tomorrow. GT is Goodyear Tire, oversold, so looking for a snapback bounce there. NOV, kind of the same thing as not GT, but CCL, right? Big sell-off down into some support. And then lastly, FFIV, which had a big gap up on earnings about a week ago. And now you got 3 good days in a row down to that area we like between the 8 and the 20. So that's an interesting area. Did bounce kind of right in the middle of that area on an intraday basis today. Anyway, I will see you all in the pre-market in the morning. We'll work together and add a list of gappers to this list. And let's catch some good trades tomorrow. All right, I'm done babbling. We'll see you in chat.